Hello there everyone and welcome to a new review on the channel. This is going to be a quick fire magic review, and that is a series where we take a product that is worth less than $20 and give it a review in around 5 minutes. And the topic of today's review is Liquid Cash by Harrius, a great little impromptu effect that I think is a must own. So let's roll the intro and get straight into the review. So you stuck around, which means you want to learn more about Liquid Cash. Now, what is Liquid Cash? It's a bill through bill effect. I'll have a performance on the screen on either side, and you can see what the effect looks like, okay? So that is what the effect is a bill going through another bill inside of the spectator's hands with everything examinable before and after the routine. Sounds impossible? It is, but it really isn't, and it's super easy to do. We're going to talk about that in a moment. Nonetheless, where do you buy this? How much does it cost? And what do you get? So you can buy this at henryharriuspresents.com, Vanishing Ink, or at Penguin Magic. I don't know if it's served at any other stores, but those are definitely the ones that I've seen it up on. And this will set you back $11.99 USD, so $12 USD. And what you get is a really quick and short tutorial, getting a bit close to like the 15-minute mark, just above the 12-minute mark. So getting like a 15-minute-ish tutorial that is going to explain to you everything that you need to know by Henry, with really good lighting, really good close-ups, and really good explanation. You really do understand everything that you need to do in order to make this effect work in that really short amount of time, which I think you don't need a longer tutorial for an effect like this. So first, before we move into difficulty, let me mention a small anecdote. So if you live in a country that has plastic bills, like Canada, so really thick plastic bills, this effect will work, but not as great as you would want it. It would look a bit inflated, and it just won't look as well as with plastic bills. So if you're from Canada, you will have to do this with receipts, or with pieces of paper, or with other things made out of paper rather than the actual Canadian bills, because it doesn't work as well for that, okay? So I just wanted to mention that. So if you're in a country where you really have thick paper bills, this will probably not work well for you. So you'll have to probably use receipts or buy prop fake money, which is what I did in the performance that you just saw. So I just wanted to give that small anecdote. So apart from that, what is the difficulty of this effect? This effect is super easy to do. You will need to just learn the small move, the small get ready, and it's super easy to do. It's justified, it's nothing too complicated, it's not a knuckle busting move, it's nothing you have to really hide. It's something super small, super simple, and really, really great. So difficulty wise, nothing too complicated. Anyone can do this in just a matter of minutes after watching the tutorial. Now let's talk about practicality. Is this practical? And the answer is yes. So as I mentioned, if you have currency that is made of paper, this is literally an impromptu effect, right? You can borrow 2 bills and do the effect. So practicality wise, A1, there's almost no angle issues, except if someone is looking from below, which shouldn't be a problem. There's almost no angle issues. It's super easy to do. It's fully inspectable because the bills are borrowed. You don't add anything, so there's no gimmick to add on, no gimmick to take away, no sticky stuff, nothing like that. It's 2 borrowed normal bills from start to beginning to end. Everything is examinable. So practicality wise, it is definitely great. However, if you are from a country like Canada, then we're with really thick plastic bills, then maybe this is not as impromptu as you would wish, because you would have to do this with maybe some receipts, right? You would have to do this with some receipts or with other paper objects that are kind of the size of a bill, correct? So maybe for some countries, this is not as easy and as practical, because you do have to have your bills with you, your receipts, I mean, or you would have to have like prop money bills. I always have prop money bills of US dollars because of a lot of tricks. Use US dollars, and Canadian bills aren't as good because they're super thick, super plasticky. So I do carry around with me fake prop money that I bought off Amazon. So you could definitely use that as an option if you want to have it impromptu. Just pull out the 2 bills or the 2 receipts from your wallet. Not a big issue, but it is something that some people will need to know before purchasing. So now let's talk about where do you perform. So where would you perform liquid cash? Liquid cash definitely is good for anything close up, social media, walking table to table, anything like that. Definitely not something you're going to do on stage or parlor. It's mostly something designed for close up. So street performances, table hopping, restaurants, anything where you want to do something quick, visual, to grab attention that is not playing cards, you can do this effect because it's going to work pretty much anywhere, bar, stage, and when I mean bar, I mean like except stage and a parlor. Okay, anything else close up is going to work pretty well. So now that we've discussed all that, let's talk about the pros and the cons of this effect. What are the cons of liquid cash? There's only one. There's no other con. The only con is that, unfortunately, for us Canadians and people that have really thick plastic money, which is the only thing I've really criticized this project upon, you will have to find other ways to do the effect. You could do it with the plastic money, but it just won't look as good. So it's much better to go another avenue, even though, you know, you have to prepare a bit more and have maybe 2 receipts with you in your wallet, but nothing too difficult. And that is the only negative that I have for this. What are the positives? The positives are, this is pretty much impromptu. Everything is borrowed. Everything is examinable, beginning, middle, and end. The angles are really good on this. It's super easy to do. The tutorial is great. The price is great. It's extremely visual. And yeah, just good things to say about this. So that's all I have to say about liquid cash. So would I recommend this, and what do I rate it on a scale from 1 to 10? Do I recommend liquid cash? Yes. I think if you're a strolling magician or you just want to add something to your act using a bit of money, I think liquid cash is perfect. It's just off the cuff, impromptu, super visual, and you get a great mileage out of it. And I definitely recommend it. For the price, you cannot go wrong for something that you can do at a moment's notice. If you see anyone with bills or receipts in their hand, you can give them a moment of magic. So what would I rate this out of 10? I would rate Liquid Cash by Henry Harrius a 9.5 on 10. A great product. Much of everything that Henry does is great, and this is of no exception. So that is all I have to say about Liquid Cash. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any other questions, make sure to leave them down below. Like, subscribe, and I'll see everyone in my next review. Have a great one. Bye-bye.